The amount of force, including crits, that a Fortnite character can input is 1164.8562 joules. So in order to calculate the plain lifting strength of the characters in Fortnite, I had to make a really large number of assumptions. Like, this is uncomfortably large. So first, I had to trust the wiki, which says that every tile is 5.12 meters long, which means that every build is 5.12 meters squared, meaning that the max amount of builds a person can carry in a regular BR game is 511.488 meters squared per map type. So you've got 3 of those to account for. So we also have 299.7 builds. I also had to assume what material the builds were actually made of. So, as all builds of the 3 subset map types of wood, metal, and brick look the same regardless of where you actually get the wood, metal, and brick from, I have to assume that all wood builds are made of the same wood type, that choice being oak, since you find more oak trees than any other trees in Battle Royale. All stone builds are made of bricks, because you're making brick walls, and all metal builds are made of steel, because before cars became vehicles, they were the main source of metal. I also had to assume the regular thickness of a build, which was, for the sake of easiness, 10 centimeters. I'm not very knowledgeable on the subject of how much wood, brick, and steel weighs, so honestly I just used an online calculator to do it. These are the estimates I got. So the weight of all the wooden builds are 19,360,030 kilos. That's definitely a buff for some characters. So the weight of the brick was 3,224,109.618 kilos. And then finally, the weight of the metal, which, given the calculator's offering multiple types of steel, I just chose carbon steel, ends up being 205,373,285.78 kilos. So the overall weight of all the materials together is as follows: 227,957,425.61 kilos. I don't think Captain America can normally lift that much, I will be honest. Now this statement's been recorded the day after I actually recorded all the other stuff, but I realised I had forgotten one more point, and that is, Jonesy and everyone else in the loop, they're carrying all this stuff as if they weren't carrying anything at all. They're still sprinting at the same speed they would if they were carrying nothing, and they can still jump the same heights and climb up walls and all the other things they can do. So this is like 5% at most of their strength. They're weird. And after that I just decided I don't think that even maxing out the bullet count to the way they used to be of 999 of everything except rockets, I don't think that's going to make much difference. So from now on, I just decided to calculate the next step, the only other step, since there's 2, the attack potency of every Fortnite character nowadays. So to figure this out, I decided I'd just take a gun in Fortnite, compare it to the real world equivalent of that gun, and then scale that to the Fortnite character's pickaxe swing count. So I decided to use the heavy sniper, or the real life equivalent of the M82. And so here's what I found. So since there's 4 different versions of the Barrett M82 in Fortnite, there's Rare, Epic, Legendary, and Mythic, I just took the damage totals of all of them and averaged them out, so it comes to 645 build damage. So accounting for the critical hits of every Fortnite character, it would take 7 pickaxe swings to be able to get down to that level. Or 13 without it. Without crits. Now I will admit with this bit that I don't know if this is accurate. I couldn't find a number I could actually use, so I ended up having to search it up online on a website that I can't validate the source from, the accuracy of the source from. So this is very liable to being incorrect, so if you happen to know how much force a Barrett M82 can shoot with, let me know in the comments, please. So I found that a Barrett M82, according to this website, hits with 11,169 foot-pounds of force, I think it was. And then I had to change that to a number I could actually understand. And then I also had to divide that by the number of swings, so 7 and 13. So, the amount of force, including crits, that a Fortnite character can input is 2,163.30438 joules with crits. Without crits, it is 1,164.8562 joules. It doesn't scale very heavily compared to the lifting strength. That's like, I did some research on this. This is like 3 punches. They can hit with a force of 3 punches. They are not. I mean, they're definitely stronger than someone like me, but come on, that's not a high bar to pass, is it? Well, there's one other thing I want to include, and that's just the absolute tomfoolery that creative mode allows. So this creative mode allows you to choose how many materials and how many bullets a character can carry. This can scale to infinity. You can have infinite maps and infinite bullets. So I think it's fair to say that allowing creative mode, Fortnite Jonesy, or hell, even just a sentient banana, is one of the many characters of fiction that has literal infinite strength. But like I said, this is very liable to being wrong in multiple levels. I used a calculator online, which I don't know the reliability of, and on top of that, I also just used a website that I can't say is accurate. But nowhere on the internet can I find an actual figure for the amount of damage a Barrett M82 can do, and that's just annoying. I mean, I don't know how he'd measure it. I don't know how you measure the force of a Barrett M82 at point blank, but yeah, can someone get on that, please? Anyway, for those of you that have managed to watch to the end to find out just how strong Fortnite fucking Jonesy is, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time when I make a tier list of every hot chocolate I can get access to. See ya!